Nobody can play you, Leos. Look, you have the King of Pentacles, right? Which represents people in the past tried to play you, right? We just talked about it. If you don't believe me, I advise you to go back and watch my Leo video that I just did literally a few days ago. Go back and check that video out. A lot of people, when they look at you, Leos, they see somebody that's stupid. The stupid ones, anyway, see somebody that's stupid, right? Because I told you, Leos, time and time again. People who have all this set of arrogance and they think they know everything, they are some know-nothings. So the King of Wands and the Hanged Man represents, and you, Leo, started to see that for yourselves. Because with all this intelligence that they acted like they had, they wanted you to take them on gifts, and they wanted you to take them on trips and give them gifts and cash and prizes. You Leos didn't do that. You've been over here. You've been learning from me. So guess what that means? That means that a lot of you Leos realized that they were playing you, and you stopped talking to them in the first place because you realized that this relationship would essentially go nowhere. And you're right. The Fool now represents, so a lot of you Leos, okay, are free from those individuals that you were trying to get to know. You're back out here onto the market. You're back out here. Okay? And the Eight of Cups now represents, as a result of this, anytime people try to misuse you, right? You will stick around for a little bit to see if that's what it is that they're doing, but you're not going down with the ship. You're not allowing the relationship, sorry about that, the water in my ass, just took a shower, but you're not allowing the ship to sink. You're not going to be with somebody no matter what. The relationship continues to get worse and worse and worse. And you Leos just sit there like, oh, okay, whatever. I'm just going to sit here and allow this to just be whatever. You Leos are not going to do that. You Leos are going to leave. That's what the Eight of Cups represent. Notice how it is that this represents you, and this other person represents them. You're leaving. You got to get back to your life. You got to get back to your life without them. The amount of mischief and dysfunction that they bring, you Leos are not with that. Like I said, you're not going down with the ship. So the thing is that the Sun is about how, and this is what I'm talking about. A lot of you Leos have learned, and you have to learn some more, how to start respecting yourself. Like this, this whole ideology of going down with the ship, being with somebody forever and ever and ever, and no matter what it is that they do, no matter how much they misuse you, mistreat you, they treat you with disrespect, you stick around forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Yeah, bump that noise. You know why? Because that's whack. That type of nonsense is whack. So, and plus when you do that, it blocks other people that could be interested in you because you're already in a relationship. So when you're in a dysfunctional relationship and it shows, right? Because after a while it starts to show. People don't necessarily want to be in a dysfunctional relationship where they could tell, like, yo, this person is being very dysfunctional. You know, this person, or like you Leos are in a dysfunctional relationship, right? You want to be able to get out while you can, so that when you do decide to get to know other people, it's with a cleaner slate. It's with a clean slate. It's not about you bringing in the damage with you from your last relationship. It's about you starting off clean. So the Queen of Wands now represents, but at the same time, again, you Leos have to understand that it's okay, right? Don't feel guilty about this, because this can also represent how you may feel a little bit guilty, or you may feel ashamed of doing that. And you really shouldn't. You should be proud of that you're not sticking around to have the ship sink. Like, it's not to say that you have some sort of loyalty to this person because this person just treated you just so good, you just can't leave them, right? This person, if you have somebody who mistreats you and treats you like trash, why shouldn't you leave? So you shouldn't feel bad about that, right? The Three of Cups now is about, and see, if you've noticed, the majority of this reading is about you Leos having to go through this mental hump. You Leos having to go through this mental hill, this idea that you're doing something bad, you're doing something wrong, something's wrong with you. That's not even the case. That's not even the case at all. So the situation that you have to understand is the Three of Cups. If you're looking for a casual relationship or casual interactions, the best thing for you to do is to talk to the person a little bit and then tell them that. Tell them that you're not really looking for anything special. Okay? As you're talking to them. And let them know, hey, listen, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Tell them that. Okay? If you're looking for a casual interaction. The Two of Pentacles now represents how, the Two of Pentacles is about how, because a lot of you Leos are very much so tired right now of the nonsense. I don't see you Leos really taking a lot of people quite seriously at this point in time. I see that a lot of you Leos are really very much so disappointed at how a lot of people, they say stuff that they don't really mean. They say things like love. They say things like they like you, they love you, right? Stuff that people really don't actually practice. And a lot of you Leos are very disgusted and disappointed about this, right? Because they didn't have to do all of that. In order for them to get to where it is that they wanted to go. They didn't have to do all of that. They could have just told you what it was, but they didn't do that. They felt like the best thing for them to do is for them to love you so that they can play you, basically, right? And to be honest with you, that's basically the love method. The love method is when con artists wants to scam somebody. They convince the person that they're trying to scam that they love them so that the person will send them. It's the same. It's literally the same thing. It's the same principle. But a lot of you Leos realize that that's what it is. And you're not messing with these. You're not going, like I said, you're not going down with the ship. Yes, you will get to know people, but and you will put in effort, but you're not going to put in so much effort and you sit back and you're sweating and you're working your hands to the bone while you are watching the other person who's not doing anything. They putting in little to no effort, you know what I mean? And you work your hands to the bone. You will leave, because the Two of Wands represents these delusional people act like they're so pleasant and they're better than you, and that somehow they're so much more valuable than you. But that's the game that they're trying to play. See, that's like I said before, that's what I call and a lot of Chicago individuals call this too, but call the same thing too. It's the overplay for it's the underplay for the overplay, right? In some parts, I call it's topping from the bottom. They're trying to turn the fact that they're coming from a lower disposition, a more messed up disposition. They're the ones that's looking for rent and for you to subsidize stuff for them and pay their bills and stuff like this. A whole other adult is looking for you to pay all their bills, do this, do that, do X, do Y, do Z, do all this other type of stuff, right? While they're looking at you like you're the lower life form. You're trash. And it's like, okay then. So if you Leos are so much trash, why don't you stop paying their bills and let's see how much trash they talking. All of that. Let's see. How you gonna be trash when you're the one, and you're the one that they're trying to get to pay their phone bills and all this other type of stuff. So I'm really glad to see that a lot of you Leos are really wisening up to this, and you're really looking at this like, yo, this is a scam, and it is. Some people will try to separate you from your money, from your peace of mind, from, you know what I mean, all of those things. They will try that nonsense. You know, that's if you put yourself out there to be a lick. But and people who are licks are very easy. So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Two of Wands. The Devil, Strength, Three of Cups, Ace of Swords. Oh my gosh. That's exactly what I'm saying. The devil represents here. The devil represents, they never come at people. People who have this mentality, they're very disingenuous. And how they approach, how they interact with you, right, is not coming from a genuine disposition. It's always to try to get you to look at them in the greatest of light so that they can manipulate you into doing something for them. The Strength card represents, while at the same time acting like they're competent, acting like they have the whole world in the palm of their hands, acting like everything is going so great for them, right? Strength. They're showing strength, quote unquote, right? They're trying to trick you into thinking that they're showing strength. They're benevolent. They have money. They can take care of themselves. Things are going well with them, right? They're in control, right, of their life, right? But the Three of Cups, they know that they ain't squat. They know that. But the thing about it is, they don't want you finding out that they ain't squat. It's like the Wizard of Oz. When you thought that this wizard was this big bad mofo, right? This huge big bad mofo. And then when you peer back at the curtain and you realize, yo, it's this dwarf? It's this mythical creature? It's this elf? Really? And you know, the wizard wasn't really an elf. But the point that I'm trying to make here is, that's the point that I'm trying to make. It's the idea that this person who is insignificant spends so much time trying to low-key and high-key disrespect, coerce, provoke people, right? When that person can easily be found out, just as much time as they spend creating so much of this facade, they could be found out. And then you have the Ace of Swords, right? And the Ace of Swords is about how, but see, that's the thing. They never thought that you would figure it out. But again, they're dumb. So of course they're not going to think of that. Yes, understand that they're dumb, but don't underestimate them. Understand that they are dumb, but do not underestimate anybody. That's what keeps you sharp, is when you don't underestimate. Because a lot of times you can get caught off guard when you start thinking that people are dumb. You start relaxing. No. Understand that, yes, those people are not the brightest bulbs on the tree, nor are they the sharpest knife in the drawer. But at the same time, keep your head on. So they never anticipated you actually leaving them alone. And you did, which is what is so great about it in the first place. So the situation for you is, you really want to be in a particular situation where when you date from now on, Leo, right? When you date from now on, do not sweat your heads up or start getting too frustrated. You can get frustrated, of course, you're alive, you can get frustrated, but don't get too frustrated to the point where you shut down and you can't make moves. If somebody's trying to aggravate you, get you upset, this, that, and the third, they're not that, more than likely they're not that bright to begin with. Guess what you do? You stop talking to them because they believe themselves to be better than you, but they're not bright. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Look, I just want to say thank you for the 9,120 some odd subscribers. Really appreciate all the love. Like it is, I said before, we're pushing towards that 10,000 mark. We're literally less than 1,000 subs before we reach there. Thank you for all the views. I want to say to all the zodiac signs, thank you for all the views. Y'all have been absolutely phenomenal. I really wouldn't have this come up any other way. And like I said before, when I grow, all of y'all are going to come with me. The ones that take what it is that I have to say in consideration, y'all will come with me. And you will see the progress, and you will see, right, as it happens in the future, what it is that I can contribute.